Who's ready to clean and reset for winter? I know I am, so join me today as we will clean up the house, reset some things, organize a few things, also bake and just do a general tidy of my home, and I hope you can clean along as well and get some things done. My older boys are at school and Levi and I are done having breakfast, so I wanted to jump right into getting the chores started. And I always like to start with a load of laundry. I feel the earlier I start the laundry in the day, the easier it is to get it done by the end of the night. And sometimes there's more than one load, so I like to jump right into that. Then the next thing I usually like to get started on is cleaning the kitchen, because if we've just had breakfast, there are usually quite a few dishes that need to be tidied up and put away. And as you all know, I am the queen of doing dishes by hand because I don't have a dishwasher yet. We are going to be working on that and probably starting our kitchen redo sooner than later. About once a month, I like to take a full day where I do nothing but tidy up and reset our home. And you'll see a lot of those videos here on my channel. I can link a few down below, but it feels great to just spend one full day focusing on that, because as we all know, our lives are busy, even if we've simplified them, and there's usually a lot going on. I have 3 boys, so there are a lot of things happening, homework, and different sports each night. And I also make these videos, so that takes a lot of my time. So once in a while, I just like to focus and really try to get a lot done in one day. And that's what I'm doing on this day. So normally I do my regular little tidy things like making the bed each morning, but on a day like this, I like to spend a full day dedicated to it because it feels so great at the end of the day to see how much I've accomplished, and also to feel that my home is somewhat clean all at once. A new thing I've started doing to get our sheets extra clean and get any kind of body oil stains out of the sheets is to soak them. And I think it's called stripping clean sheets. And what you do is you combine 1/4 cup washing soda, 1/4 cup borax, and I think a full cup of powder laundry detergent. And then you put it into your tub in hot water and let it soak for a long time, maybe 8 hours or so. So usually I do this in the morning and I just let it soak all day. And I use the end of a broom to stir it around. And then when it's all done, I wring them out and I put them into our regular washing machine with our normal Earth Breeze soap. And it is amazing. The stain is gone and they're like brand new sheets. So I do this every once in a while, as I mentioned, because it has made the sheets just seem like brand new ones, and I don't have to run out and go buy new sheets. I can just keep using what we already have. I often get the question of what I use to dust in my house, and I just use what I call a junk rag, which is a used rag that is damp. So I will just quickly run it under the faucet and wring it together so it's just barely damp, and that collects up all the dust. I don't really like to use any kind of dusting products on my furniture because I don't want to leave any residue, and this just really does the trick, and it's free. Thank you to Factor for sponsoring today's video. What is Factor? Factor makes meeting your nutrition goals easier than ever by delivering fresh, never frozen, dietitian-approved meals right to your doorstep. The team of gourmet chefs create each meal using only ingredients with integrity to help you feel your best all day long. Factor offers options that make it easy to stick to my goals, and Factor is my go-to lunch or dinner solution when I'm busy editing a video. Today I'm having a 3-bean chili. Today I'm microwaving it. With Factor, you can rest assured you're making a sustainable choice. We offset 100% of our delivery emissions and source 100% renewable electricity for our production sites and offices. This December, get Factor and enjoy eating well without the hassle. Simply choose your meals and enjoy fresh, flavor-packed meals delivered to your door, ready in just 2 minutes, no prep, no mess. Head to factor75.com or click the link below and use code Torrens50 to get 50% off your first Factor box. I love that the meals are fresh and never frozen, so just head to factor75.com or click the link below and use code Torrens50 to get 50% off your first Factor box. I am all about living clutter-free and having the least amount of clutter, especially in our main living areas, because it makes it so easy to tidy up and clean up. We really don't have a lot of furniture or any extra decorative tchotchkes around. It is Christmas time right now, so we do have our Christmas decor out, which does add a lot of extra things on the shelves. But because it's only for such a very short time, it's pretty easy to stay up on the tidying for 1 extra month, but by the time Christmas is over, I am definitely ready to pack everything up and have my living spaces simplified again. And it just makes it really an easy chore to tidy if you live in a clutter-free zone. And I always point that out because I do just see it as such a benefit. And really all I have to do 90% of the time is vacuum and then do a little bit of dusting. Random fork. I am filming each area after I clean it because it won't stay like this for long. We do have 5 people living here and 3 of them are children. I'm gonna make some candied pecans because this is something we love to do in the winter time, and it's just a fun little treat. Sometimes we even give it out as a gift. And I have a recipe for this, so I will link the recipe down below. So this recipe is so easy. All it is 1 cup light brown sugar, 1/4 teaspoon salt, a 1/2 teaspoon cinnamon, 6 tablespoons water, and 2.5 cups pecans. And all you have to do is mix all of the ingredients in a pan, bring it to a boil until it becomes a very sticky goo glue type consistency. Then you pour the pecans in, making sure to stir them and cover them completely. And you turn the flame off once you are adding the pecans. Then you just add it to a pan. I like to definitely cover the pan with some paper first. And then you just put it in for 10 minutes. I will link that recipe down below because it's so easy to make and they are delicious. You can really see the flow of what I'm doing here. So this is how a typical day goes. And in between all these tasks, I am going and getting my boys from school and doing all the other things as well. But I am trying to focus on getting this house reset and clean. So I'm decanting some stuff that we go through all the time, and it makes it easier to bake when I have all the sugars and flours ready in their containers. I'm also doing laundry. So as soon as a load is done, I'm switching over to another load if it needs to be done, then going back back to start cooking or baking something else. And some of the time I like to make big batches of things like those pecans that will last us at least a week or two. And by focusing on one full day of all of this, I find it really helps me throughout the whole entire week. And I want to mention as well, I do have an email list, and you can join that in the link down below in the description box. If you're interested, I send out a weekly email that just tells you of any current blog posts and also my current videos that are coming out. So I will have that in the description box. What I've just made here is a garbanzo bean mash. I love having this as a sandwich. It kind of has the consistency of either tuna fish or kind of egg salad sandwich, but it's really delicious. You just take a can of garbanzo beans and you mash it up however you want, and then I just add mayo and some relish and it becomes a sandwich, and it's delicious. So that's something I make a big batch of, and then we can make sandwiches or snacks whenever we feel with that. It tastes great to eat it with crackers as well. And then I always like to enjoy my lunch outside whenever possible. It just gives me that breather throughout the day where I don't feel as if I'm working constantly. So I do like to take a break and enjoy the backyard a little bit before I get back into the cleaning routine. The bread is finally done, and I have a recipe for this as well. I can link down below, but it's really simple to make, and I use the bread maker and I just get it going in the morning and it's done by, the afternoon, and we love it so much. It goes so fast. Now here's a project we got all the supplies for from Michael's. I definitely don't know if I would recommend this. It ended up being a glass top, which I thought was plastic. Anyhow, and then we added the glitter inside, and I'm definitely not a fan of glitter. So this project was something that we got all the supplies and we've been waiting to do it for a long time. So this was the day, and honestly, I'm glad that that project is done, and I hope my boys did enjoy it because it made a giant mess. Now I'm into cleaning my bathroom here, and this is something that I do a lot of quick tidies in, but every once in a while I like to get in here and clean it from top to bottom. And you're not going to see me do a ton of scrubbing here because this bathroom is so small that really all you saw was my backside, which is definitely not something you want to be staring at. So this bathroom was relatively easy to clean, so I do wonder why I put it off sometimes, but I'm happy it's done and it feels great to have a freshly cleaned bathroom. Anytime I come in to tidy and clean up Levi's room, I'm so happy that I have such a minimalist setup here. And I know maybe a lot of people don't think this is minimalist, but for us, it's very minimal. He just has the clothes that he wears all the time. It's really maybe 10 outfits all together for each season. And then I just have the things that we truly need in here. I love having this couch, even though it takes up a ton of room, because this is where I rock him to bed. And then he just only has these few toys, and he's my most minimalist baby by far, because when my two other boys were a little bit younger, we didn't have a decluttered area yet. So it's just such a difference between when they were little compared to with Levi being little. It's so much more simplified and easier to tidy up, and it just feels great when I walk in there. Here's a project I've been putting off. This is a picture of when we were engaged, and this used to hang next to the fireplace, and I decided it would look great in our hall. So I'm using a piece of tape to mark where I need to put the nails, and then I just put that on the wall, and I use a level to make sure it's straight. And I thought I would finish the night strong by doing this project. And the last thing on my list was to go through my closet and just organize everything into sections. So putting all the shirts together, the pants, the sweaters, so I know what I have and can find everything really easily. Thank you so much for being here. If you're new, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!